How often do you feel like you are chained or shackled to your business? Like it's taking over every ounce of your life. When I started my business, it was very obvious very quickly that the way I was running my business wasn't sustainable. The more my business grew, the more dependent it was on me. If I didn't show up, then the business stopped. If I was away for a week, everything stood still for a week unless I took work with me. The more clients I got, the longer hours I worked. And before I knew it, I was working all the time. I thought that this is just the price you pay for running your own business, right? That the hustle was just part of it. And I convinced myself that at some magical point in the future, things would be better, things would change, right? That I would finally have the time freedom that I craved when I started my business and left my corporate career. Now, 3 years into my business at that point, and the hustle was actually worse than ever. And this is because things don't change unless we do, right? If we're not aware, if we just continue doing the same thing, but expecting things to change, we'll pretty soon realize that they don't, right? Things don't change just because we want them to. You actually just get more intertwined in your business unless you are intentional with unplugging or unchaining yourself from your business. Now, I could see that pushing longer, working into the night in an attempt to get ahead of the work that was piling up in front of me wasn't working, right? I was exhausted and I actually started resenting my business and my clients because it felt like there was no space for my life. It felt like I had to be everywhere all the time. And my brain could not do it anymore. I was tired of missing family gatherings because I had a client deadline. I wanted to take my kids to horse riding lessons and read them a story before bedtime and have date nights with my husband. But my business was consuming all of me. It was the only thing I could think about or talk about, right? My oldest daughter, Quinn, was in grade 1 at the time. It was actually the year before we started homeschooling her. And she came home with a school project that she was really proud to show me the grade or the mark that she got on that little assignment that she had to do in class. And as I read through it, it literally felt like someone punched me in the gut because there was this one question that she answered so honestly, right? Bless her soul. And the question was, what is the one thing your mom is really good at? And you know what her answer was? Work, work. Now, my perspective has shifted a little bit when I think about that answer today, right? But at the time, it felt like a sign. It felt like something needed to change. I needed to do things differently because I wanted her to remember me as so much more than just work or working all the time. I wanted to be more than just this business, right? Now, I will be the first to say that building a business is a beast of a different kind, and it definitely isn't for everyone. But I also knew that I wanted to be in business, right? To leave a mark on this world and to leave a legacy for my kids. And I also knew that I did not want to do that at the expense of my life and all the other parts that also made me me. So it was really a time where I was desperately searching for an answer, for a different way, because I knew that there was something that I wasn't doing that was keeping me stuck. And I just needed to figure out what it was. And as I was searching, I was doing all these courses and all of these programs. And it's interesting because most business programs out there teach you how to market your business, right? They teach you how to get more clients. And this is amazing. Your business does need clients, right? It needs a steady stream of clients. But I was in marketing at the time. And so I understood that part of running a business, and getting clients wasn't my problem. I was actually missing another crucial piece to the puzzle, which I initially thought was about being more productive, but quickly found out that that's only a little piece of the puzzle, right? What I discovered was that there were a few major gaps in how I was running my business, right? The things that were happening behind the scenes. So I want to share those gaps with you because hopefully it's going to shine a light of awareness for you. And I also want to tell you about my program, The Effortless CEO, where I help business owners fill these gaps and more inside of their businesses, right? So the first gap for me was how I was working, right? More specifically, the things that got my time, the type of work I was doing. I was spending all of my time in the work of delivering to my clients, and I wasn't spending any time designing my business, thinking about the future of my business. The second major gap was the systems inside of my business. The gap me being there wasn't any systems, right? And the third gap was my mindset. I was really stuck in this mindset of no one can do this better than I can do it, right? And I knew at a deep level that I couldn't serve more people because I literally didn't have more time to sell, right? I would not be able to go to that next level and serve people at even a higher level and higher quality without the right structure and resources in place. And I knew that I had to work on my business just as much and eventually more than I was working in the business. I just didn't know where to start, right? But what I did know was that business was always evolving. It was always changing, right? There are entire industries that thrived 15, 10 years ago that are completely dead today. So you already know that the market is constantly shifting and changing, and staying on top of industry changes and shifts in the market is basically impossible if you're neck deep in the day-to-day of running your business, right? Because your head is down all the time. You're not even looking at what's going on out there. And something that someone said to me really stood out and really made me pull my head up and start thinking differently about my business. And they said that if you're not thinking about the future of your business, no one else is either. And that was a big wake-up call for me. So I actually started working on filling those gaps inside of my business. And it not only grew my business, it also gave me more of my time back. Time that I could now use to work where my business actually needed me the most, and time to spend on the other parts of my life, right? Now, the more I spoke to other business owners, the more I realized that they actually have the same gaps inside of their businesses. And that is how the Effortless CEO was born. I wanted to make a roadmap, right? The roadmap that I discovered accessible to my clients so that they didn't need to go through everything that I had to go through in order to get to this place where I am today. And it is the roadmap to designing a business that can run without you, that works for you and the life that you want to live. So here's a high-level overview of the 4 major gaps that we're going to fill inside of your business within my program, The Effortless CEO. Let's dive in. The first gap is how you spend your time. Now, everything starts and stops with you, the business owner, right? And if we can not get a grip on where our attention and energy is going, we will not have any energy left to give the business what it actually needs. You have to optimize how you spend your time before you optimize anything else inside of your business. Now, one of the hardest shifts that I had to make as a business owner was that I cannot do it all at once. I had to shift from feeling productive, aka checking a bunch of things off of my to-do list, to actually being effective and leveraging my time, which meant achieving more with either the same effort or least effort, right? I had to adjust the type of work I was doing inside of my business. And inside of the Effortless CEO, I actually teach you how to take control of your schedule, how to consistently enjoy productive weeks, and also how to focus on the 4 types of work that your business actually needs in order to not only serve your clients at the highest level, but also to prepare you for the future. The second gap, knowing the single biggest problem inside of your business. Now, most business owners are solving too many problems at once, right? And as a result, they're actually breaking things that were working perfectly fine. Now, you have to know what the biggest problem inside of your business is right now so that you can channel resources towards it. We actually call this the bottleneck inside of the business. And the way you know what your bottleneck is by knowing your numbers. Knowing the numbers will tell you where you need to focus. It will tell you what area of your business needs your attention. Now, the good news is there is only ever one bottleneck you need to fix first. The bad news is there's always going to be a bottleneck. So inside of the Effortless CEO, we determine what the current bottleneck is, and then we focus all of our efforts on unblocking that bottleneck, right? And this means that you're constantly focusing on solving the one thing that is actually stopping the growth of your business. And the result is more growth, faster, because you're not keeping yourself busy with plugging holes that don't actually matter. The next gap is systems. That is systems for everything. Everything that happens more than once inside of your business needs to be captured as a process or a system. So many business owners reinvent the wheel every time they do something inside of their business. Now, having the right systems and processes will save time, increase your operational efficiency, and help you to deliver the highest quality service to your best customers consistently. Inside of the program, I'm going to help you capture and streamline the 4 types of systems your business needs so that it can run like clockwork. The last gap is the right people in the right roles at the right time. Now, you cannot do this yourself forever, right? Nor should you want to. One of the most profound things that a mentor said to me was that it's the job of the business owner to create jobs. Now, I get that not every business owner wants to employ lots of people and build a massive team, right? Many of my clients don't hire or outsource in the beginning. Sometimes automation is the answer. But whether you're using software to take things off of your plate or hire one incredible person to help you with the admin inside of your business, the bottom line is you cannot do it all yourself forever. Having the right support in your business is a game changer. And many business owners are afraid of hiring or outsourcing because they don't think people will be able to do it as well as they can or take the same responsibility for the work as they do. But this is simply not true. There are people who can do what you do better than you do it. And you already know this. There are people who will get onto this wild ride with you because they believe just as much in the impact that you want to make as you do. Your job is to find these people and to put them in the right role at the right time so that you can focus where your business needs you to do the work only you can do. And this is exactly what I will help you with inside of the program. We'll make sure that you have the right support in place to reach your next level of growth. So the Effortless CEO is about doing business differently, right? It's about running your business with less effort. It's all about efficient business operations and living the life you intend to live. You use your business as a platform for that life. It's about the freedom to choose when you work, how you work, and what work you do. This is where you will learn and take action on simplifying and organizing your business, up-leveling your mindset, and getting the right structure in place so your business has a strong foundation for growth and scale. The program is designed for established business owners who provide services. So think consultants, coaches, professional service providers, anyone selling done-for-you services. And when I say established businesses, I mean businesses that aren't new. So not new entrepreneurs who are still trying to figure out who their clients are and what they're going to sell them, right? Now, this is a 12-month program that focuses on both your mindset as a business owner and the structure and strategy you need to grow. You will have access to a proven step-by-step system that will guide you to designing a business that works for you, and you will have me in your pocket to support you the entire way, which means that you never have to wonder or try to figure things out on your own. We can do it together. One thing I know for sure is that no one starts a business with the goal of being trapped by it, right? And yet that is the reality so many business owners find themselves in. And if you find yourself in a little bit of denial, right? Saying things like, I'm not trapped. I love what I do, right? I always want to work inside of my business. Let me ask you this. How long will your business survive if you cannot work in it? How long will you be able to stay away before the wheels fall off this bus completely? A day, a week, a month? The thing is, if your business cannot run without you for at least 4 weeks, then you don't own a business. Your business owns you. So this is your invitation. It's time to work on your business. To be the visionary CEO, your business needs to thrive. If you're interested in learning more about the Effortless CEO, you can hop on a call with me and we can discuss whether this is going to be a good fit for you and your business. And you can also check out all of the details of the program at the link in the show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I will either see you inside of the Effortless CEO or I will see you here on the podcast again next week.